if you close your eyes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos of mine. Some of you may be wondering why the background looks different, or why there's books behind me. I'm currently sitting in front of one of my bookcases. So one of my goals this year was to read more books. So this video is going to be my January book read, or at least that's what I'm thinking of calling it. Basically, it's going to be a small cap version, my opinions, my thoughts on the books that I managed to read in January. And I figured that I'll probably keep this up every month. I'll do a little book review of the books I managed to read that month. And so this one is for the month of January. Grab a cup of tea or coffee or a drink and keep watching. I wanted to start off the year in a more positive, optimistic viewpoint. So I picked up this book called You Are Enough by Cassie Mendoza-Jones. It's a self-help book and it is a pretty amazing book, I must admit. I loved it. It helps one navigate through negative moments, kind of gets you to rethink how you think and be more positive and optimistic and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing. You definitely need to pick it up. I know we all go through those negative moments. We all suffer from one or another of anxiety and stress related stuff. And this book just helps you kind of believe in yourself more, have a more positive and optimistic viewpoint, realize that you are enough in this world and there's more than enough for you in this world. You know, helps you get over jealousy and negativity and everything else. It's a really, really good book. You definitely pick up a lot of inspiration and tips from it. And what better way to start off the new year than with self-help books? I love self-help books. You find a lot of good quotes. It helps. It changes your way of thinking. It inspires you. And they're just great in general. You should definitely pick it up or check it out. I rate this book 4 stars. The next book that I managed to read is a reread of an amazing vampire book series. It has, I would say currently, because of the new one, which I will mention next, is 16 books. The Morganville Vampires series, book 15 by Rachel Caine. It's about a couple of people in a town in Morganville, Texas. The town is run by vampires, but there's humans there too, and all this good stuff happens, sad things happen. There's ghosts, vampires, water monsters, and everything you could think of under the book. It's amazing. You should definitely check out this book series, but this reread reignited my love for all the characters again. There's one in particular that has my heart because he's just amazing. He sticks with you. She's such an amazing author when it comes to writing paranormal stuff. It's amazing. You really need to read this series. If you don't read any vampire series, definitely start with this one. Yeah, there's a ton of books, but they really rope you in. I rate this book 4 stars. Go check it out. The third book I managed to read is the newest book in the Morganville Vampires series by Rachel Caine. This one is called Midnight Bites. This book contains mini stories that are in continuation of the previous book. Little secrets and snippets of what could be. We get to delve into the history of a few characters which we never got to find out in the actual book series itself, which is cool. And we get to see what happens after the final book had finished. There's little original stories and deleted stories and things that didn't make it into the book series. Like a really cool kind of gift to us fans of this book world. If you haven't read it, definitely check out the series. Couldn't put it down. It was amazing. 4 stars again. Okay. Now, I purchased this book last year and I put off reading it because my heart was still healing from the previous book. I think you might know what book I'm talking about, but you guessed it, Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. The killing author. She literally makes us happy and then rips our heart out and then sticks it back together. I can't describe it. But Tower of Dawn is such an amazing book. I love this book series. Throne of Glass is like amazing. I love Aelin and her cadre and everything, and this book was just as amazing. It's basically all around the character of Chaol and his journey. The mere fact that Aelin and her cadre were mentioned in this book so many times almost made me cry. Like, whoever has read Empire of Storms knows exactly what I mean. Right? Drop a comment below if you've read Throne of Glass and let's fangirl over it, because oh my god, the series has my heart. But anyway, this book I definitely rate more than 4 stars because the series in general is amazing and Sarah J Maas definitely knows how to write. Go check this series out, go check this book out. I could rave about it all day. The next book I managed to read, which is book 5, is this one, Mask of Shadows by Lindsay Miller. I'm really undecided of what to say. I mean, there were some good things in the book. What drew me to this book was basically the name. The fact the cover looks badass and amazing, that's a given. But that there were some reviews on it that said, oh, if you've read Throne of Glass, you'll love this book. So I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot. Personal opinion, and don't attack me for this if you have read this book and you love it, that's cool, each to their own. I feel like, personal opinion, this book, the author kind of woke up one morning and was like, let me just take some stories from other people's books and recreate it and throw it all in and create a book about it. It's basically about a girl who grows up to become sort of an assassin-like. Sound familiar? Exactly. She was actually a thief and she ends up wanting to become one of the assassins for the Queen's Right Hand, which is a group of assassins, and they go through all these trials and everything like that. They have to dress a certain way and all sorts of stuff like that. So there were some moments where I got Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen vibes, and then there were other parts where I got some Aelin from Throne of Glass vibes. It was just whole kind of a mess. I think she was onto something with the storyline, but couldn't quite get there. It was one of those books where when you read it, you can't really get into it very well. You kind of zone in and out of moments and stuff like that. The fact that she was a gender fluid character, there were times when she wanted to be called a she, when she wanted to be called a he, or if she was both, then she would be they. Some parts of it are interesting. There were some moments where it was like, oh, this could get better, but there were parts where it was just kind of like zoned out and wasn't paying attention, or I couldn't really get into it. So sadly, I mean, I really wanted to like it, but I just couldn't bring myself to like it. And if there is more to the book, like if there's going to be another book that connects to this, I probably won't pick it up just because I just really didn't enjoy it. Aside from that, like, I guess if you have read it, that's great, and you love it, that's great. So I'm giving this book maybe 2 stars. Sorry. And that's it for the month of January. Those are the books that I managed to read. I can't wait to do this again for the month of February, which we're currently in. There's some great books that I want to read and have on my TBR pile, so I can't wait to dive into those and read them and do a review at the end of February. If you like this type of video and stuff like that, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Let me know what you think about the background. If you want to follow me on social media and all that jazz, everything will be in the down bar. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The support means the world to me. What with all YouTube's changes and everything, I really appreciate it. Until next time, see you in the next video.
If you close your eyes